Hey guys, I wanted to discuss something with y'all. I don't know. I, when I was younger and impressionable or whatever, I had this like thought, not this thought, but this like vision of who I wanted to be, of like what type of person I wanted to be, and this also kind of shaped like what type of things I thought that I wanted to read and what type of books I thought I would enjoy. And so that led me to read certain things. And by certain things, I mean two books specifically that were the most difficult books I have ever read in my life so far, and that is The Road by Jack Kerouac and Naked Lunch by William S. Burroughs. And I kind of wanted to talk about these two books um, and like ask, I guess, your guys' opinions about them. Um, I don't know. I feel like, the Beat Generation is like this really cool, hip thing, and it's like kind of, I don't know, what I wanted to be. And so I forced myself into these books. I think I read this one first, and it's things like this. Like on the front, it says one of the most powerful and important novels of our time, a book that turned on a generation. And I don't know if it's the style of the writing, because I haven't really read any other books that are, I can't think of the word. Oh my gosh, this is so bad. But it's just, it just goes and goes and goes, and he just doesn't stop. It's, very in his head kind of text. I can't think of the word for it. There's a word for it though, and I'm so sorry that I can't think of it. So I think that's what the problem was, but it was just so much, and I feel like everyone really likes this who reads it, and I'm just wondering if I'm alone, kind of. This one was more crazy. I feel like this. my my friend wrote in the back of the book. She said, "When you're done with this, let's say Barbara." That's hilarious. This has, and Jake started reading it. There's a little bookmark in here, and on page 62 is when he stopped reading this. But it would go in that same type of like crazy headspace, and then it would switch to like very horrible, pornographic, like raping of boys or men, and then the murdering of them. I think, I don't know. I granted I was on a beach vacation, and so maybe that like was, coloring my perspective a little bit, but I'm just curious if that's like a thing. I don't know. I really wanted, like this like idealistic, like the Beat Generation. Oh, they're so hip and cool, and cool people read them, so I wanted to read them and be cool also, but like it's just not for me. And I don't know. I mean, now I'm realizing that, and I don't have to. I do have a couple more books by each of these authors, and I'm going to try them because they're on my shelves, but it's not. And I do, I guess, see, that's what I'm saying. It's like I'm even still, I'm like, oh, I should try to read more, and I want to read Howl and stuff, but I guess that's different because maybe it is a different author, so maybe I like Ginsberg better than I like Kerouac and Burroughs, but I just feel like there's so many other things that I could be doing with my life instead of trying to be someone that I'm not. Like, oh yeah, I'm so proud I have these on my bookshelf. Like I've read these, they're on my red shelf. Like, oh, but if I didn't really like it, then I mean, this is my dad's copy of On the Road, so I'm gonna keep it, even though I think he thinks it's crap also. But I don't think it's crap. It's just not for me. Um, yeah. So this one too. Naked Lunch is one of the most important novels of the 20th century. Who decides what's the most important novel of the 20th century? Who are these arbitrary people making these decisions? It drives me crazy because it puts this pressure on us that like we need to read certain things. And I do it to myself because I'm trying to read the 1001 books that to read before you die. So like I'm like 100% positive that both of these books are on that list, and so I'm doing it to myself. I want to read these books that are considered the best, but who is the one who is making these decisions and telling us that these are things that we need to be reading? I just, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, yes, let me know what your thoughts are on that. And if you've read either of these books, please let me know what your experience was. And if you've read anything else by these authors, let me know what your experience was. And if you can think of the word that I'm trying to think of with regards to Kerouac's writing style, please let me know what that is too, because I cannot think of it for the life of me. It's driving me crazy. But I just feel like there's so many better things to read. Like, and it makes me feel bad because I'm not trying to devalue it, but it's just, it doesn't work for me and I can't force it. Anyways, I'm gonna